All right, so we got the R stand on the, oh, we got the R stand.
Start that over.
Damn it. Where's my Red Bull? Is this mine?
No, that's mine. Yours is over there.
Oh.
Don't touch mine.
Jesus, dude. Listen, don't drink her Red Bull. God forbid, you know?
Yeah, I need every last drop of that caffeine.
All right, we've got the R7 on the stand. It's super dirty. We'll show it to you in a second. I want to install the spools. So we've got a couple things. We're going to do a separate video for the quick shifter because we've got a lot of questions on that. Some people are having kind of issues activating it. So we'll do that in another video, but today all I want to do is I want to throw on some spools, super simple, and then put the flush mount turn signals in. So let's get to it on that. Show you guys, it's so simple. One of the things I do recommend, and this is just my personal opinion, is you don't need to go expensive on the spools and the turn signals. You shouldn't be spending $50, $60 on turn signals. It's ridiculous. It's such a high markup for something that doesn't cost that much. So if you go to our site, they're $18. You can get a pair of them, put them in, they'll look great. We just did a set for another customer on the R3 right there. We're gonna do it on this one right here. We're gonna do it on all. We've got to do, Kate's gonna do her R3 over there. I think there's one more. No, there's not. Never mind. Okay, so very inexpensive, like I was saying. The spools, I think they're like 12 bucks or whatever it is, and then the turn signals are 18 bucks on our site. I think I'm out of these, but I know I have a couple sets of these left if you guys are thinking about them. So let's get to the install. All I'm going to do is I'm going to put some blue Loctite blue Loctite on, and if you don't know how to apply Loctite, you just want to apply it to the end of the threads, maybe 3 or 4 threads. That way the Loctite moves down, and then you know it's your choice to use red, green, yellow. I'm going to use blue, so we can have the option. It's not that you can't remove it if it's red, it's just much harder. So
do the different colors mean different strengths?
Right. Okay, let's lift this sucker up. So you guys can see how filthy she is. You know, it's not so much a problem that you ride in the rain, but it's the amount of time it's going to take to clean this and make it look good. So we're not going to clean it today because I'm going to go ride back in the rain. But and that's the other great thing, is I wanted to do a video to show you guys that it's just not that big of a deal to ride in the rain. Anyway, let's do this. So these have little plates, and I'll show you what they're for. Okay, so there's 2 options. You can get the hangers. Here on this R1, here are the hangers. The hangers are super nice. It depends on what stand you have, but these are very nice. They're out of the way. You have the ability now to put them right here for this bike as well. I probably will do that in the future. We are designing some carbon fiber ones, and that's what I want to put on there. But for now, we're going to use this very simple, inexpensive. Put that on there. It's not that big of a deal. So you don't want to over tighten, but as you can see, it's a very simple install. What this does is, it just helps me if you're coming to get service. It's just a better way to hold the motorcycle up and check everything. So, and the Loctite just holds it in place. And then of course, it's very simple. Put the stand on. It has that little sleeve in the background, the YZF, which is nice, to keep these away from your swing arm. So it's very nice. So, and then of course just popping this guy up, making sure we don't drop her. Let's move her a little bit more in the middle. There we go. But that's it. All right. As you can see, very simple install, not a big deal. The only reason the turn signals, the flush mounts, are going to be difficult to install is because you have to take things apart. Not a big deal to take the fairings apart, but it does take a little bit of time, and then of course you have to put stuff back together the right way. So we're going to do one side. It's in an exact duplicate on the other side. So we're going to do this side. We've got the best lighting here. and let's get to it. Okay, so as you guys know, all these pieces right here are on back order, so we don't have them on. So I can't tell you to take those off. Obviously, you've got to take those off. The side panel's got to come off. So what you do want to do is just remember, keep your stuff together. So keep everything together. Get all these bolts out. You're gonna take, oh, I don't think I need to take that off. That's part of the lower. I think all we need to do, yeah, we can leave that. I think we just need to take that. So you just need to take the midsection, which this is the lower, this is the mid, and this is the upper. So we just need to take the midsection off, and then we can pull the turn signal section. But again, it's a very easy install. You just you've got to put stuff back the way you found it. Got to do it. All these clips on the inside again. Oh wait. So I forgot this one on the inside is a Phillips head. Alright, let's take this guy off and see what we... Yeah, you gotta take that off. Okay, cool. There's that. You do have a hidden bolt right there. Don't forget. Alright, so now those couple bolts, everything should be loose. All you've got to do is look up here and see what is in the way. Let me move this one. I think there's one bolt, which is that one right there. So, and the great thing is honestly, I don't think, as long as I can see it right here, oh, I can. This is gonna be awesome. Okay. So the great thing is you don't need to, I would say just take these pieces off, remove the bolts right here, and then you can have it loose. Now remember, with OEM fairings, super flexible, they're pliable, so you can maneuver them a lot. I don't recommend putting too much pressure on the tabs right here, but I can get to the turn signal right here. Like watch, I'll probably be able to just get this out with one hand. So and then, yeah. So it's this is gonna be much easier than I thought. So then you've got a couple clips holding the line in, which I'm just wanna make sure that there's no issue, I don't think. What is this, a clip? Yeah, there's two clips on the inside that hold the line, like it's linked up here, and then it runs all the way down to the turn signal. So we'll see, and I think this is the turn signal, if I'm not mistaken. Man, the problem with this is it's not going to be plug and play, I don't think. Not what I wanted to see. Yeah, so here's the turn signal. Yep. And then out it comes just like that. Or if it doesn't get stuck. Okay, son of a gun. Got to get some more Red Bull, you know? You know which one is the jam? Pomegranate. I'm missing it already, right, babe?
Mm-hmm. Is it going away?
Isn't it seasonal?
But they still have the summer one out. I still see watermelon everywhere, and that's the summer one.
God, well, where's the pomegranate one then?
I mean, they probably keep it around.
Oh, I don't know.
We just haven't seen it lately.
Okay. All right, so we got everything prepped. We removed the light. As you can see, it's not a big deal. The one thing that I didn't want to show you is here's the stuff from the R3, which we just did the other day. So the R3, this is the Yamaha connector. It's been like that for years. So usually this would just be, let me get that out of my hand. This would be plug and play. But unfortunately now Yamaha's changed the connection on the R7. So it's not plug and play. It's not that big of a deal. So what it is you have two connections. You've got a yellow and a black. Black is obviously ground, yellow is obviously power, and this is on the LED flush mount side. Then what you do is, obviously there's the different Yamaha connection, which we're talking about. Way bigger, obviously not going to work. It's not plug and play. So you have 3 wires in there. And you probably want to do, if you don't know what you're doing or you're worried about it, take it to somebody that can do a good job. And when I mean a good job, I mean soldering this to this connection, wrapping it with wire.
Electrical tape?
No, not electrical tape. You want the shrink wrap. Jesus, couldn't get it out. So the wire shrink wrap, it's a nice, neat job, and then all you do is you electrical tape the rest of it. So there's 3 colors of wire here. There's blue, brown, and black. Now, obviously, black and black are going to go together. Blue is the running light. Now, for me, I'm not going to use the running light. You have a choice. Either the running light or either you want your turn signal to blink. It's that simple. I'm totally down with not having the running light. Some people like it's a little bit of more visibility. If you feel that way, we're going to do a little bit more research and try get one that will work with that, because you have to have a relay in between to make that work. There's a reason why these are cheap. I'm not a fan of using my turn signals. You know, that's just me. Right, babe? Like when I sell a motorcycle, it's like well maintained, everything, and brand new turn signals, because I never use it. So the only reason I do stuff like this is it makes the bike look much better. So, you know, don't do as I do. Do what you guys want to do. So I'll show you here. We're going to splice it in. We're going to do the right thing, solder it together, shrink wrap the wiring, and then put it in. It's going to look amazing. They're going to work, but you need to make the choice. Do you want to have the cheaper option to where it doesn't work, it doesn't have the running light option, or do you care? Like, it's an either or. So I don't care. Preferably, I don't need a running light. If you're thinking that that's going to give you visibility to somebody that's not paying attention, you're mistaken. Oh, Red Bull. All right, so what we're going to do is, as you can see, I've cut this wire covering way back because we're going to reuse it. What we're going to do is we're going to solder everything, put it in there, and then shrink wrap it. Electrical tape it closed.
I'm so in love with you. You got me down again.
Okay, so the last step is electrical tape. What I'm using is the OEM coating that we cut back right there, and all I'm going to do is electrical tape that on so it covers up what we did. Just a nice way to keep things nice and neat. You don't need a lot. Just make sure and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to use the covering from the turn signal wire just to go all the way down. And it doesn't need to cover everything. Just make sure it can stretch out. It doesn't need to go all the way around. That's not what you need. This electrical tape will do what it needs to do is when it's covered. The electrical tape will, Jesus. So we're just using this as, you know, an extra layer of protection, I guess you could say. I'm not going to go that far back with it. I'm going to trim it just a tad bit because this is covered. So trim that off. All you want to do is you just want to add the protection for the wiring and then this to cover it, the electrical tape. So just going to do that. Nah, this is not that hard. Hold that light side here. There we go. Okay, that's it. Now, as you can see, if you do a little bit of work, there she is. And that was probably maybe 10 minutes, maybe. So nothing much. Then you have your connector connection. And the reason why I do this is it just makes it so much easier. Like that took us 10 minutes. So I'll put the extra effort in for 10 minutes just to have this wired correctly where it plugs into the OEM connection. So all it is like this. Up in here, let me just grab the turn signal. Oh God. Oh, stuck behind some wiring. All right, so up here. And the reason that we made it so long is because now it runs all the way to the OEM connection back here. And then of course, just put this sucker in there. And that's what it's gonna look like. Plug it in. Oh, wrong way. Okay, so it's obviously it's not mounted yet, but that's what you're looking at. She's a beauty. Now, just to give you a little bit of a visual. So, much better. The only thing is like I was telling you, it's 10 minutes of extra work because the connector's not the same anymore. That's it. It really is that simple. The last step in it is you do want to take some cleaner, clean in here. Make sure that it's a cleaner that does not leave residue, because what it is you do get this double-sided tape that sticks in there, and then all you do is so I'll show you. I won't even tell you about it. We're just putting it around the connector like that, all the way to the back of the turn signal. It's got double-sided tape, so you just tear off one side and stick it to the back. Hold on. Turn that. So hopefully you guys can see it, just like, oh sorry, hopefully you guys can see this. Just stick it all along the edge. Very simple. And then that's it. So our cleaner doesn't leave any residue. So I'm not worried about it. Obviously we do this all the time. Tear that off, put this through, and I'm just gonna make sure that it's out of the way. Oopsie. There we go. And then just line it up to the way you want it. And we're gonna try get it nicely in the middle. And that's it. Just hold it for about 10 seconds with a little bit of pressure. So, and if I was you, I'd move around, just making sure it's got all the spots. But that's it. That's it. This is you know, with doing the fairings and stuff, maybe let's just round it off 30 minutes. Very simple install. And now your bike looks like it looks like a different motorcycle, honestly. So much better. Just a cleaner, sleeker look. And once again, there she is, off and on. So beautiful. You know, mind all the dirt and everything on the bike, you know. But yeah, that looks so much better, right, babe?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, like that's what I don't understand is, well, you know what, I guess I do understand.
Why not do that from the start?
Yeah, but the thing is this is probably like, they probably have there's a rule, a US rule that says the light signal has to be, anyway, because this is probably like 90,000 times more expensive than that.
Yeah.
So, but that's it. Such a nicer look to the R7. Not a big deal. Take your time if you are going to splice it, if you are going to buy these. I'm going to do some research to see if we can get some connectors that just connect to the OEM harness. Probably not going to happen, so all you need to do is just use your old turn signals, cut the wiring, do what we showed you, and it's easy peasy. We're going to do the other side. It's literally a duplicate process. That's it. I really appreciate you guys watching. Any questions, let us know. This is a simple, cheap install to make your bike look a little bit better. We've got the links in our description if you guys do want to buy those turn signals or the spools. And yeah, enjoy the day.